The much talked about Uniform Civil Code of Uttarakhand was tabled by CM Pushkar Singh Dhami in the State Assembly on Tuesday morning. The bill, which has 7 schedules and 392 sections, is expected to be passed by the House on Wednesday. The bill focuses on 4 key areas: marriage, divorce, inheritance, and live in relationships, and intends to end practices of polygamy, polyandry, halala, idadat, and talaq. Among its highlights are stringent provisions regarding live-in relationships. Couples who fail to register the live-in status within 1 month will attract a jail term of up to 3 months or fine up to rupees 10,000. Providing false information can attract a maximum of 6 months in jail and or a fine of rupees 25,000. Enforcement Directorate on Tuesday carried out searches at the premises of Bibhav Kumar, Personal Secretary of Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal, and AAP Treasurer Andy Gupta, who was recently nominated for his second Rajya Sabha term, in cases of alleged money laundering in the liquor scam and bunglings in Delhi Jal Board. The agency had questioned Kumar and Gupta earlier in the liquor case, while Gupta, a well-known chartered accountant, had recorded his statement before ED officers on December 9. The agency had questioned Kumar, who has been with Kejriwal since the inception of AAP, about bribes a liquor cartel allegedly paid to beg the license for running vents in the city. Unprecedented investment in building modern 21st century infrastructure is offering attractive opportunities to global investors to partner in the growth of India's energy sector, which will see $67 billion funding in a gas supply chain over the next 5 to 6 years, PM Modi said in Goa Tuesday. We are investing rupees 10 lakh crore on infrastructure in the current fiscal. We have pledged to invest rupees 11 lakh crore in the budget presented a week ago. Home Minister Amit Shah said Tuesday that government has decided to fence the entire 1600-kilometer Indo-Myanmar border complete with a patrolling track alongside for better surveillance. This signals the imminent end of free movement regime with Myanmar, which allows tribes in border areas to either side visa-free travel up to 16 km inside the neighboring country. Lok Sabha on Tuesday passed a bill that lays down strong punitive measures to curb paper leaks and other malpractices in competitive exams, with the central government clarifying that students and examinees will not be under the purview of the proposed law. Replying to the debate on the Public Examinations Bill 24, Union Minister Jitendra Singh said government will not allow meritorious candidates to be sacrificed at the altar of organized crimes. He said students and job applicants won't be hurt by its provisions. The bill was passed after rejecting the amendments proposed by RSP MP N.K. Premchandran. He demanded that in the definition of organized crime, any malpractice for wrongful gain should include favoritism and nepotism. He sought deletion of provision that states any officials who prove he is not guilty would be exempted from punishment. He called the penal provisions as violative of criminal jurisprudence and demanded the bill be sent to the standing committee. The bill lays down a maximum jail term of 10 years and a fine of up to rupees 1 crore for malpractice defined in its provisions. As members lamented that candidates are left stranded after exams are stalled by the long duration after cancellation or paper leaks, Singh said it was not possible to set a timeline for re-examination, but added the effort will be to hold them at the earliest. Sharad Pawar, who founded Nationalist Congress Party in 1999 by breaking away from Congress, has lost the name of the party and its cloak election symbol on to his rebel nephew Ajit Pawar, Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, who stunned him 8 months ago by splitting the party to join the BJP Shiv Sena Saffron coalition. Election Commission on Tuesday decided the NCP symbol dispute in favor of the faction led by Ajit Pawar. Election Commission, which held more than 10 hearings over 6 months in the case that saw high-profile legal teams funded by both factions, ultimately went by the test of legislative majority. The test of numbers were of the touchstones laid down in Sadiq Ali verdict for deciding the real party in the event of a split was employed by EC last year to rule on the split in Shiv Sena. Supreme Court on Tuesday opened a debate on whether states are constitutionally empowered to subcategorize scheduled caste committees so that benefit of quota perlocate to Mahadalits, the most backward among SCs, instead of being confined to privileged sections among them. A 7-judge bench began examining the correctness of 2004 judgment in E.V. Chinnaiya case, where a 5-judge bench had struck down Andhra Pradesh Scheduled Caste Act 2000 and unanimously ruled the Supreme Courts were a homogeneous class and could not be subclassified for allotment of disparate shares by subdividing the 15% SC quota. Minister Atishi slammed the Enforcement Directorate on Tuesday and accused the agency of persecuting witnesses and individuals accused of crime to provide statements against Aam Aadmi Party's functionaries. She said that ED had destroyed crucial audio files of investigative material. Addressing a press conference, the minister said that on Monday she had posted on X about how ED would have big action today to threaten AAP and silence the party. ED had been raiding the residence of people related to Aam Aadmi Party since 7 am, she posted. The residence of AAP treasurer and MP ND Gupta was raided along with that of his personal assistant, she claimed. The residence of CM Arvind Kejriwal's personal secretary is also being raided. We also learned that ED is going to raid more residences for AAP leaders throughout the day, she said. ED carried out raids at around a dozen locations in Delhi linked with AAP, being besides Gupta and the CM's personal secretary Bibhav Kumar, former DHB member Shalabh Kumar's house were also raided. Atishi has charged the agency with tampering with CCTV footage. An accused demanded CCTV footage for interrogation from ED because his statements were absolutely contrary to those produced in court, but ED had permanently deleted audio footage before producing the video in court, she alleged. She said this was despite the court's order investigating agencies to have audio-visual footage of all interrogation in every case. She challenged ED to provide all the audio recordings of interrogations from the past year and a half. If ED fails to do this, even it is proved that the investigation is a complete fraud, she declared. In any case of PMLA, 3 elements are crucial: recovery of money, evidence and witness statements. ED has recovered no money, produces no evidence and coerced witnesses not making false statements. Minister Saurabh Bhardwaj also targeted ED over the issue of CCTV evidence. He added the Supreme Court's strict directive is that during any investigation, the probe agency must record the audio and video while taking statements to verify that the statement given by the witness was voluntary and there was no pressure from the investigating agency. However, the central government controlled ED has ignored the Supreme Court's order by not recording the audio of statement of witnesses and accused in the ongoing alleged cases against AAP leaders. Bhardwaj said it is crucial to understand that statements by an accused or witness have not been obtained through coercion, threats or pressures, but there is no audio recording. How can it be ascertained that the statements presented by ED in writing before the court were said by the witness or not? In 2017, Delhi Jal Board began installing flow meters with the objective of reducing loss of water through its network of pipelines. A tender was floated in and bids invited. However, the project ran into troubled water when the Central Bureau of Investigation filed a case alleging dispensaries in the project. According to water utility officials, these flow meters were installed till December last year against the requirement of this. Carried out in different packages, the work of putting in the flow meters was done between 17 and 19. A staggering 40% of water produced for supply is lost during distribution of water through the piped network across the city, DJB estimates. For a real-time audit of water supplied and delivered, Delhi government decided to install flow meters between a water treatment plant and the primary underground reservoirs. And in this first phase of the project, installed 290 flow meters. In the second phase, the secondary UGRs were covered and these flow meters were accordingly put in place. Delhi High Court on Tuesday directed the Comptroller and Auditor General to expeditiously audit the accounts of Delhi Jal Board from 18 to 21. The High Court's direction came while closing the proceedings of a plea seeking direction to CAG to audit the accounts of DJB, whose financial audit has allegedly not been carried out for the last several years. The court was informed by the Council for CAG that they have received annual account statement from DJB for 18, 19, 20, 21 and they are in the process of auditing the accounts. The petition was filed by Delhi BJP member Harish Khurana seeking direction to DJB to maintain proper accounts and other relevant records. Responding to the petition, DJB said it was making every effort to ensure that all final statements and balance sheets were duly prepared and audited in the interest of transparency and compliance with the law. It termed the petition to be politically motivated. A parliamentary panel has recommended penal provisions against dumping of waste in rivers including Yamuna and asked government to proactively engage all stakeholders for ensuring the safe operation of the ITO barrage so that Delhi does not again become victim of flooding as witnessed in July last year. The panel standing committee on water resources that reviewed cleaning projects of Upper Yamuna River and river bed management in Delhi submitted its report in Parliament on Tuesday. River Yamuna enters the capital at Pala from Haryana and exits the city to enter UP at Asgarpur, which is approximately 40 km stretch. Noting that dumping of waste into Yamuna has not only impacted its ecological flow but also disfigured the beautiful landscapes around the riversides, the panel asked the Department of Water Resources to prepare guidelines ruling to prevent such acts. Violation of these rules should attract penal provisions in order to avoid waste dumping in the river including Yamuna, said the panel chaired by BJP Lok Sabha member Parbat Bhai Saubhai Patel. It noted that though the Delhi Development Authority has taken a number of steps such as the deployment of security guards, installation of surveillance and issuing challans to prevent dumping, those actions did not prove to be effective deterrents. It says the number of challans has increased from 1 in the year 18 to 610. Dumping of waste, construction material and biomedical waste have the potential to obstruct the natural flow of river during intense precipitation and water may accumulate where it was not required, thus may result in flash floods, said the report. During review of the River Yamuna cleaning project, the panel took into account the excessive presence of heavy metals like lead, copper, lead, copper, zinc, nickel, cadmium and chromium in the riverbed and also asked to explore ways including providing financial assistance to the states to establish the trick and CNG furnaces along the river to reduce pollution in Yamuna. Besides, the department with the concerned Yamuna basin state need to find ways to discourage rituals on the pyres built on the banks of Yamuna and if possible shift the cremation sites away from the immediate periphery of the banks Yamuna in order to prevent contamination of river water, it said. An automatic weather station at Bharat Mandapam in Pragati Maidan has recently become operational. This station will give forecasts and readings of three important locations, Bharat Mandapam, Pragati Maidan and Rajghat, which are frequented by dignitaries. Another weather station will come up at Indira Gandhi National Open University. Met officials said they have plans to add more stations in the future. Currently, Delhi has a network of 5 synoptic manual observatories and 9 automatic weather stations. India Meteorological Department started sharing the Pragati Maidan weather stations reading on Tuesday. IMD will be able to give forecasts of the site on rain, wind, temperature, humidity, cold wave, heat wave and other such weather activity. The automatic weather station has been installed at the Bharat Mandapam complex, but this stage will also cover Pragati Maidan and Rajghat. It was installed here to help visitors since important events will be held at Bharat Mandapam, which was the venue of G20 summit last year. Kuldeep Srivastava, scientist and head of Regional Weather Forecasting Center at IMD, said. Apart from local people, Rajghat attracts foreign dignitaries. During the summit, heads of state visited Rajghat. Similarly, Pragati Maidan is the most sought after venue for fairs and exhibitions. The second automatic weather station will be on the IGNOU campus in Maidan Ghadi. A memorandum of understanding has been signed between IMD and IGNOU. IMD has also installed an agro-automatic weather station at Ujwa in Najafgarh and a few part-time observatories. Safdarjung, which is the city's base station, is a Synoptic Manual Observatory. During the G20 summit, IMD had installed a mobile automatic weather at G20 venue to release a special bulletin and provided real-time live weather data every 15 minutes along with the daily maximum and minimum temperatures. The Met Department ran a dedicated web page to share weather information for Bharat Mandapam during the summit. After the success of the summit, Bharat Mandapam became the preferred site for meetings, incentives, conferences and exhibitions. Spread over 123 acres, Bharat Mandapam has 3 levels. On the first level, the center has 3 meeting halls with a capacity of to accommodate 50, 100 and 200 people each, while the PM room is the premium complex on level 1. The second level houses 2 auditorium which has a capacity of 600 and 900 guests, a summit room and a leaders lounge, a plenary hall and a multifunctional hall which are at level 3 have a capacity of 3000 and 4000 guests respectively. Strong surface winds of 25 km per hour speed are likely to blow during the daytime on Wednesday and Thursday. Delhi's air quality is likely to improve from moderate to satisfactory. No significant change is expected in the maximum and minimum temperatures, likely to stay around 22 and 7 degrees Celsius respectively for the next few days. The average wind speed of 10 to 15 km per hour was recorded during the daytime on Tuesday. It is likely to rise on Wednesday and Thursday, said Kuldeep Srivastav, scientist and head of Regional Weather Forecasting Center at IMD. Delhi Air Quality Index on Tuesday was 141, which is the moderate category as against 180 a day earlier. An official said strong winds help in the dispersion of pollutants. The maximum temperature on Tuesday was recorded at 21 degrees Celsius, 2 degrees below normal. The minimum temperature dipped to 7 degrees Celsius, 2 degrees below normal. However, it was 5 degrees lower than the Monday's minimum temperature. Met officials said the minimum temperature dropped due to relatively clear skies. However, the minimum temperature is forecast to hover around 6 to 7 degrees Celsius for the next 6 days. Due to the strong winds, the minimum temperature would not drop sharply. A significant change in minimum temperature is recorded due to clear skies and calm winds, a Met official said. The maximum temperature is predicted to show a marginal rise over the next few days. The day temperature is likely to remain around 21 degrees Celsius on Tuesday and may rise to 25 degrees Celsius by February 15. Meanwhile, neighboring Gurgaon witnessed a sunny sky on Tuesday with a shallow fog during the early hours and a bright sun by 10:30 am. The minimum temperature dipped by 3 degrees Celsius to 8 degrees on Tuesday. The government has decided to extend the ongoing session of parliament by a day and bring a white paper on the state of economy during the 10 years of UPA government, where the country's economy was clubbed with the fragile five, and also the use of occasion to showcase its journey since PM Modi took over in 2014, joining 3 largest economies in the world. The ongoing session, which commenced on January 31, was to conclude on February 9, but will be functional coming Saturday too, a rare occasion when the two houses will work on a weekend. The session is the last before the upcoming Lok Sabha polls. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi confirmed that the House had been extended by a day but refused to comment on the agenda. However, sources confirmed that the white paper on the UPA era economy would be tabled in both houses. The agenda for the day, including possibility of a discussion and speakers, are yet to be decided, they said. In her interim budget speech, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said the centre could release a white paper comparing the state of Indian economy before and after 2014. The crisis of those years has been overcome and the economy has put firmly on a high sustainable growth path with all-round development. It now appropriate to look at where we were then till 2014 and where we are now, only for the purpose of drawing lessons from the mismanagement of those years. The government will lay a white paper on the table of the House, Sitharaman had said in her speech on February 1. Later, in an interview to this published on February 4, Sitharaman reiterated saying that in 1516 PM Modi himself spoke about suggestions of the white paper, and he said it was not done at the time because it could have been shattered the confidence of investors. Now we have completed 10 years and we have brought the economy from fragile 5 to the 5 among the 3 largest in the world. When we have proven that the economy today is on sound ground that we inherited needs to be known to the public, the finance minister said. To reiterate that the Chalo Delhi protest was not to fight between BJP and Congress, Karnataka CM Siddharamaiah on Tuesday, a day prior to the demonstration at Jantar Mantar, dispatched letters to the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha MPs from the state urging them to participate in it. Invites went out to Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, Rajiv Chandrasekhar and Prahlad Joshi for all from BJP besides the other MPs from the state. A Congress contingent comprising Siddharamaiah, his deputy D.K. Shivkumar, minister and MLA reached Delhi Tuesday to prepare for the protest. The stated aim of which is to draw attention to alleged loss of rupees 1 lakh crore that Karnataka has incurred during the tenure of 15th Finance Commission. Siddharamaiah's letter to BJP MP raised eyebrows, with some interpreting it as a strategic move to cast a negative light on the Saffron party ahead of Lok Sabha polls. BJP commands 27 Lok Sabha MPs in Karnataka and has 8 representatives from the state in Rajya Sabha. In his missive, Siddharamaiah lamented perceived injustices, citing issues ranging from delays in disbursement of the state share in central taxes to inadequate relief measures for drought affected farmers and sluggish progress in obtaining clearance and funding for key state projects. In a twist in UP's political tale just months before Lok Sabha polls, there are strong indications that Rashtriya Lokdal is in talks with BJP for a pre-poll seat sharing arrangement. The development, confirmed by key members of both camps, has taken place over the past few days despite SP Chief Akhilesh Yadav's assurance to RLD Chief Jayant Chaudhary to spare 7 Lok Sabha seats for him. RLD has been a loyal part of SP in the past few polls and a key member of India Bloc. Jayant was even sent to Rajya Sabha in May 22 from SP's quota. However, sources say the RLD chief may go with BJP for better compatibility and higher conversion rate. Although sources said it was early to comment about outcome of talks, they have said if things go as planned, RLD might get 5 seats from NDA quota. Sources in RLD camp told that if the party joins hands with BJP, it would be a better position to save the status of being a recognized state party in UP as compared to an alliance with Samajwadi Party. Elaborating, they said that with RLD joining hands with BJP, the Jat community will have a clarity on which they have to go, and this will consolidate the position of the party's candidates. Secondly, RLD will get non-Jat votes of BJP, having a better chance of winning the seats it gets in alliance, they added. In BJP's case, with RLD in NDA fold, the party wouldn't have doubt about the inclination of Jat voters. The community has been inclined towards either BJP or RLD over the past few polls. Once both parties join hands, Jat voters would shift India Bloc to NDA, giving BJP much needed respite from being on tenterhooks about the strong West UP community's inclination. Home Minister Amit Shah on Tuesday announced the government decision to fence the entire 1600 Indo-Myanmar border complete with a patrolling track alongside for better surveillance, citing the Modi government commitment to make the country's border impenetrable. Shah's declaration made on X signals the imminent end of free movement regime with Myanmar, which allows tribes living along the border on either side visa-free travel up to 16 km inside the neighboring country. Sources indicated that MHA has pitched for discontinuation of FMR, given how it has ended up facilitating illegal immigration into the hill areas here and movement of insurgents as well as trafficking of narcotics and arms. Though the formal decision will be announced after the foreign ministry takes up the matter with Myanmar, Shah's public statement declares the government intend to pull out for the agreement. While Mizoram has publicly pushed for continuation of the FMR, MHA stand shows that the government has made its mind, keeping in mind the security considerations both internal and external. Incidentally, the Home Minister post on X did not touch upon the fate of FMR, even though he had announced during a Shashastra Seema Bal event in Assam last month that government was reconsidering FMR agreement with Myanmar and would soon end free movement into India. The decision to fence the Indo-Myanmar border comes amid a long period of unrest in Manipur, which shares a 398-kilometer border with Myanmar. The government on Tuesday countered allegations from opposition DMK on discriminating against non-BJP governed states while disbursing funds for flood and other disaster relief, with Minister of State for Home Nityanand Rai refuting the charges in Lok Sabha during 0 hour, saying Prime Minister Narendra Modi have been very sensitive to needs of the states. The issue in fact saw a brief war of words between DMK MP A. Raja and Rai when Raja raised a question on flood relief for Tamil Nadu, claiming that all non-BJP ruled states have been discriminated against with regard to release the funds during natural disasters. Rai said in fact Prime Minister Modi is very sensitive to the need of the government during any natural disaster and the central government provides all kind of help during any crisis. Countering the allegation that Tamil Nadu was being discriminated against, he informed that rupees 2000 crore was still lying with the Tamil Nadu government under STRF, which is it's free to spend for flood relief. When Raja sought to clarify the National Disaster Management Funds and SDRF are different heads. Rai said a total provision of rupees 33 crore was made in 10-15 in the State Disaster Response Force. The amount went up to 61,000 crore between 15 and 20 and rupees 1 lakh crore in 121 and 26, which is 82% increase. The central government has given an additional rupees 1 lakh crore to the National Disaster Response Fund between 14 and 24, which is 3 times more than the previous decade. Rai said the junior minister said rupees 65 crore has been given by the central government as additional fund to the NDRF between 4 to 15, while rupees 1 lakh crore has been given between 14 to 24, which is 3 times more than the previous period. Highlighting its 24 election campaign slogan सपने सही हकीकत बुनते हैं तभी तो सब मोदी को चुनते हैं, BJP on Tuesday released 5 films based on Prime Minister Mudra Yojana and other schemes showcasing Modi's guarantee fulfilled in the past 10 years. BJP's official social media accounts released the film in 8 languages: Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Kannada, Assamese, Odia, Bangla and Bengali and Hindi. The films, which also highlighted other schemes like Jan Dhan Yojana, Ujjwala Yojana, UPI and PM Awas Yojana, were shared by PM Modi on X. The Prime Minister also wrote on X, Mudra Yojana is a transformative initiative empowering millions, promoting entrepreneurship. It is also noteworthy that the largest number of women, scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and OBC people have been affected. Rajasthan's Cabinet Minister Kanhaiya Lal Chaudhary informed the State Assembly on Tuesday that government would soon introduce Uniform Civil Code Bill. Chief Minister Bhajanlal Sharma has his consent to bring the UCC bill in the Assembly. If time permits, we will bring it on the ongoing sessions or else in the next session, he said, calling the bill the need of hour to eliminate any form of social injustice. During the current session, Finance Minister and Deputy Chief Minister Diya Kumari will present the interim budget. It is unlikely that the UCC bill will be tabled in the budget session. So far, the bill is not listed on the Assembly. UCC bill will be tabled in the budget session. So far, the bill is not listed on the Assembly website where bills and amendments are uploaded in advance. The proposed UCC bill aims to establish uniform laws pertaining to marriage, divorce, and inheritance of property. It seeks to curb practices like polygamy and divorce through religious means. Chaudhary's cabinet colleague Kirori Lal Meena said such a bill is required in Rajasthan to prevent students from going to school wearing hijab. The bill is necessary to bring social justice in the state. Sources said that Rajasthan is trying to bring in UCC to build a nationwide momentum before the Modi government pushes it in parliament. Like in Uttarakhand, the Rajasthan UCC bill will exempt the tribal community as they have raised serious objections terming their customs and practices uncompromisable, said a government source. So far, the Rajasthan government has not held any consultations with any stakeholders, including the opposition parties. Even it has not sought suggestions from the common public like Uttarakhand government has. Undeterred by the Chinnaya ruling, Congress government in Punjab led by Amrinder Singh had identified Balmikis and Majhabis as Mahadalits and earmarked 50% and 15% quota government jobs which recruitments were done as per Punjab Scheduled Caste and Backward Classes Act 2006. Punjab and Haryana court has struck it down and the state government challenged it in the apex court. Politicians have fenced from upsting the status quo, just as in the case of OBC quotas, for the fear of attracting the warmth of those who have profited the most from it. Punjab government under Amrinder Singh deviated from the pattern and AAP government took up from where it had left off.